Hello, this is me. This is my actual voice. I am LucasArts. I was just playing a phone game, testing out some of the new changes when I decided, you know what? I'm gonna make a rant video about why I hate this update. I have a lot of stuff to go over. Also, apologies for any problems with the mic or audio quality. I'm new to this, so I don't know how to properly do it. First I want to complain about Tesla. It's just Electroshocker pre-shock and awe update, but worse. I don't know what to say about it. It's just Electroshocker pre-shock and awe update, but worse. Speaking of Electroshocker, the butchering of Electroshocker, I have to mention that. Electroshocker has gone from a support tower that stuns and is useful for the early game of hardcore to a worthless tower, in my opinion. He does not stun until level 4 and 5. Even then, the stun is so short, it doesn't change anything. So many strategies will never work again because Electroshocker is just fundamentally flawed now. The other problem I have is with this rat. What they did to Accelerator is so dumb, and I do not know why they did it. Accelerator pre-update was a monster DPS machine at max. He had a low overcharge and would fill it out in roughly 3 seconds. Roughly 2.5 seconds or 3 seconds. But even if he got stunned, it didn't really matter because he was putting out so much damage so fast. But now Accelerator is almost worthless. It costs over $120,000 to max a single Excel. For reference, that is almost as much as a max Gatling gun. For a single Excel that does like half the DPS it used to. Sure, it's never gonna, ever have to worry about overcharge breaking, but that's probably, honestly, the high overcharge is a bad thing in my opinion. Because what if, say, a Fallen Giant's just tanking for an Excel like it is now? What happens when something fast, like say maybe a Fallen Tank, a Corrupted Fallen or something, arrives on the field? Excel can't retarget. He's gonna attack that Fallen Tank until it's dead, and you have to deal with the fact that there's nothing to stop the Excel won't be able to help you with the fast enemies anymore. Like this Necrotic Skeleton. If it gets past the Fallen Giants, Excel's not gonna help with it. It won't, because the Engineer's overpowered now, but bruh. I'm actually about to die. It's whatever, I don't really care anymore. The problem I have with is the buff to G-Scout. G-Scout did not need a buff. I don't know why they uncapped his placement again. The horrible balancing of, oh yeah, this. What did they do to Molten Monster? 20,000 HP, 150% defense. I don't think he has all of his HP even anymore. I don't know why they had to nerf Molten Monster so badly, but they did. That's why I don't understand why they needed to nerf Molten Monster so hard. He didn't deserve it. Another problem I have is the buff to Ranger. In my opinion, it's a buff. My opinion. Because Ranger you can now place 8 Rangers, which in my opinion is a buff. Not everyone thinks it's a buff, but that's fine. The other problem I have is the horrible balancing of game modes now. Fallen and Frost mode got way too difficult for what used to be able to complete it with just intermediate towers. Let's see. I kind of like what they do with the Necromancer. I just don't like the fact that he doesn't even have any mid-game potential anymore. I tried using him for mid-game, as you can see here, but it did not really work. The Commander changes. I don't know why Commander needs to be this damage-dealing tower when he's obviously a support tower. I don't know why they made him do 50 damage at max, but in return lower Call to Arms boost. It's dumb in my opinion. The Pursuit changes where Max only has 75 ammo on top path, the one with the minigun. That's really dumb. Even if it doesn't even have a rev anymore, so it just feels like he runs out of ammo instantly. Let's see. What other balance changes do I have to complain about? Oh yeah, if you can't tell, this is unscripted. The Golden Mini changes. The Golden Mini change. Golden Mini is just regular Mini now, but slightly stronger. And I mean slightly. It has 2 more damage at max. I really mean it when I say Golden Mini is slightly stronger than regular Mini. Oh yeah, the Cowboy changes. They're dumb. I hate the Cowboy changes so much. If you want Cowboy to be an Eco Tower, then why did you remove some of his placement? He's not an Eco Tower anymore. He just sucks. Same applies to the Golden Cowboy, even. The other problem I have... Oh, yeah, another problem I have with Excel. 120k to max. I cannot preface this enough. This is a horrible change. Excel costing that much in regular game modes is way too much. Especially since they just butchered Farm, which I'll get into in a moment. But Excel costs way too much now. It's wave 30, and I can't even afford to get a level 4 accelerator. This is really, really dumb in my opinion. Plus the removal of some of Accelerator's just natural strength. By, you know, removing a lot of his DPS. He's just a lot worse than he used to be in my opinion. Oh, hey, would you look at that Fallen Summoner? Might as well try and set Excel last to try and kill it. What else can I complain about that I want to rant about? The random change to make Hacker do 0 damage at level 1, 0, 1, and 2. I don't know why. I do like what they did with Hunter, Gladiator, and Paintballer. I do like that. I'm not going to say everything in this update is bad. What else? I feel like the nerfs were a bit too much for Warlock, but I think he'll still be fine, especially now that he outclasses Excel and DPS. Frost Blaster, I think, is fine. The main problem I have with this update is, 1, Tesla is boring and just just a worse version of old Electro. And 2, the amount of balance changes. I know they want this to be their biggest balancing update ever, but this is just too much, dude. Almost every tower that's not an event tower got a change. It's just way too much. Oh yeah, the Crook Boss changes. I do not like them. I think Crook Boss should be a good early to mid game tower, but now he's a mid game to late game. I don't like that. I think it's kind of dumb. I am out of things to say. Oh yeah, Shotgunner. If you can't tell, I'm scrolling through the balance changes, looking at the stuff to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Then I saw Shotgunner and realized, oh yeah, I have to talk about that. I hate what they did with Shotgunner. I don't know why they wanted to be a mid-game tower, but all of his early game stuff is gone. His pellet spread is horrible, and he's just a ton worse from what he used to be. It's really sad to watch. Yeah, I've invested so much money into the cell. Sure, it's doing a lot of damage, but it's not helpful. It just doesn't help with leaks. NG, for a fraction of the cost, has done half of Excel's damage. And I mean, when I say a fraction, I mean 1/6 of the cost. Roughly. It's just, the Excel changes were way too harsh. Turning him to the sustained DPS tower by giving him stun immunity. He's just like Minigunner now. He's just like a worse version of G-Mini. Pre-G-Mini changes this update. I don't really know what else to say. Have a good day, you people. And, goodbye. Have a good day.